Good evening. Good evening. How is it going? How are you all doing? Let's do a check in. How's everybody doing tonight? Tired? Excited? Ready to have some really good information, soul family? Okay, so we're going to light the incense. Now, this is what you call black onyx, and it reminds me of that men's cologne Jakar. It's a toss up between Jakar and Tommy Hilfiger. But it smells so good. Smells so good. So, how is everybody doing? We are here to help you create that best version of yourself. We're going to give you information and kind of help you into that process of what's going on, because some of you may not know, some of you may know. Okay. And then we're going to get, once I give you some of that information, then we are going to get a collective message. Okay. And if you saw my community post, I went and spent time with my daughter, and it was amazing. But I'm telling you, the mosquitoes, whew, you can definitely tell when you are out with nature, because the mosquitoes, I mean, it was like attack the bunny, right? It's like I'm attacking the bunny. But anyways, now we're going to get some Palo Santos here. And then we're going to start in when it comes to your intuition, your abilities, things that you need to know, or not need to know, but I mean, yeah, you need to know it. I mean, it's having that greater understanding so that you know where you sit at, right? And there's some for you and some for me. Now, the thing is, I care about the well being of all of you. And I want to make sure that we are all growing, glowing, and flowing together, right? It's like we're all coming up and having this greater understanding. Now, a lot of people say, well, I don't need to learn this stuff and yada, yada, but it is so that everybody is on the same page, right? And then it's something about divine masculine. Okay, so the overall energy is divine masculine is in the alignment, while divine feminine helps the world. And it's like we have to know that love conquers all, right? Love conquers all no matter what. So let's get into this. I was trying to wait for some of our soul family because not all of them are getting it. Let me just see if I can click in here and let some of them know that we are live. We are live and ready to roll. Okay. I'll just put the group thing out there that we're ready to roll. Now, I know a lot of you may be intuitive. A lot of you may have psychic abilities, or however it may be for you. But this is creating that best version of you. And we're going to make sure that you know how to tap in confirmation. You know how to tap in on a much deeper level. Now, people tried to stop us yesterday from doing this, but Father is helping us balance, being that nurturing, healing, loving component to each other. Okay. So hopefully everybody is doing well, and we are going to shine the light on the beautiful gift that Father gives to us. Okay. So let's take a minute. Let's take an extra 5 seconds and just write down in the comments, how you are doing. How did your day go? How did your day go? Is what we want to know, of being in touch to know, are you having a good day, bad day, a day that, needs a little amping up, little laughter and stuff like that. But I'm also getting, okay, so even though divine masculine is in alignment now, and when we did the divine masculine and divine feminine energy here before this video, the divine was saying it was time, right? So many of you, I would like to know down in the comment, what is your desire? What is your goal? Are you looking for love? Are you looking for wealth? Are you looking for that happiness? I mean, what are you looking at? What are you looking for? Yes, welcome, sugar. Hello, sister. So I want you to take that few seconds, because I want to know how you're doing, and what is your desire? What are you wanting to achieve? Okay, because that's going to help me and Father be able to put the pieces together, because tonight you're going to learn about your intuition. Okay, you're going to learn what gifts you may have. You're going to learn the different levels of where you may sit, so that Yes, yes, sister. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And you're going to get it. Yep. And you're going to get all three of that. You're going to get all three of that. He is already saying that is already a guarantee. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Now, how many of you can say, hey, I've stepped into my intuition, or I'm now learning about how to step into my intuition? So, like I said, I'm going to give a little bit of time for people to answer, because the main thing is this is where we're coming together, soul family, to make sure that now we're going to talk about the conscious mind. Okay, yes, good morning, you day, wakey wakey. Hopefully you're having a good morning already. Okay, so now we're going to learn about the conscious mind, and like I said, I've got everything ready to rock and go here. All right. So, and these are the important factors where I see that it is important to understand these things, because a lot of people say, well, yeah, I was born with it. Yeah, I know. Okay, well, we all were. It's Some were born already awakened, where some step into their awakening, some open up their intuition. Okay, so when we're talking about the conscious mind, it's the thinking mind aware of the events that are taking place around us, right? That's what our mind is thinking of, right? That's the conscious mind. Now, the unconscious mind is where all of our memories are stored, where it's constantly sending images to and from the computer bank to our conscious mind for us to remember, whether it causes that hurt, that sad, that pain, the sorrow, that happiness, whatever it may be, right? So our conscious mind works together with our unconscious mind to send and receive that information, right? Now, where you need to know is the unconscious mind connects to your third eye. That is your intuition, okay? Which this is the universal mind, which we call it the third eye, the spiritual antenna. It's got a lot of different names, but the one that Father likes most is not the third eye. He likes the universal mind because he co-created it, right? And this is a source where you get the knowledge from the universe with the past, present, and future. So you jump 3 different timelines, okay? A lot of people don't understand that the past, present, and future, them are 3 different timelines, okay? And that is the communication where the conscious mind already knows, is already aware of the events taking place, and the events that have taken place, to the here and now of the things that are taking place, and some of you don't have the insight to what the future takes place, right? But that is where the unconscious mind comes in, because that stores all of that data, right? So here's the thing. When somebody says they're intuitive, or somebody says that they were born with their gift, I never question that, but I ask them, what type are you? And they look at me like, what do you mean? Now this is, oh, you're fine, sweetheart. You're fine. Now this is for the soul family to know, because this is how you know who's the karmic, who is saying they're intuitive, but really they're not. They're taking other people's messages, creating it as like it's theirs, and moving forward, right? Because the ones who communicate with that universal source, that is Father. Now, Father is the one that communicates to you and sends images through your unconscious to you, universal source, in order for your conscious mind to be able to put it out there, right? So, this is where Father is saying, okay, I understand that. This elderly man just come in and he said, okay, let's cut to the chase, okay? We want to be able to talk to the living, and they want to be able to talk to the dead. And he says, I'm standing right here. So just know that we have an elderly gentleman here. Can I ask you your name, sir? His name is Dennis. Okay, so we have Dennis here. Everybody say hi to Dennis. Okay, he's fully here. And he's taking his overhauls and going like this. He's like, yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I like, that you're teaching, of what Father is telling you to put out there, so that people understand it, because everybody gets hurt by not being able to communicate to their loved ones when they cross over from the physical into the spiritual realm, okay? The new timeline, okay? They're never really gone. The thing is they jumped a timeline, okay? So when it comes down to it, yes, he's like this. He's like this, and he's like, it's time to fertilize the field. So he's telling me he's a farmer, okay? We appreciate you, Dennis, for all the hard work you did. He's a hoot. He's a hoot. Wow, okay. All right, we're going to get back to it, Dennis. Thank you for stepping in. Thank you for being here. You're welcome to stick around, and anything that is being put out of what Father is telling us, you are more than welcome to step in and give messages or relay, so that they know that you're not cuckoo, okay? This really happens to me all day long, and some people fear that. Some people don't want that when it comes to your intuition and your psychic abilities, okay? And this is where a lot of people, yes, he says, you're welcome, you're welcome, okay? He goes like this. And he just said, you're much obliged, okay? So he's like, I'm just going to sit over here. He's drinking his tea and he's watching out, okay? The thing is when it comes down to it, now, when I say there's 3 types of intuition, people look at me like, you're crazy. No, no, I'm not. They need to know which one they are when it comes to your psychic abilities. Because if somebody wants to claim that they're a psychic medium, they're not going to sit there and go, well, I'm getting this, but I don't actually see the person. That's not a psychic medium. A psychic medium means all their clairsentience, all their clairvoyance, everything, their clairgustance, clairaudience, all of it is fully open. Okay? Now, when it comes to it, we're going to get more in depth about it, but I'm going to give you a brief description of the psychic intuition, because being a psychic medium, being that messenger of father, however he classifies it, because he said they all kind of tie together. But we have the deductive, we have the random, and we have the goal focused. Okay, them are three of the psychic intuitions or intuition in general. Now, it breaks it down in classes where we call them star seeds, light workers, sage workers, shaman workers, wisdom. Uh, thank you. Thank you. He goes, they're wisdom guides. Okay. The thing is, okay. So now remember what I told you about the conscious and the unconscious and how the universal source is what we call our third eye. And the third eye is right here. Okay. It's right here. And a lot of people are like, well, that's where our sinus cavity is. Well, yes, we have the sinus cavity here and right here. But our third eye actually comes from the pineal gland, which is that spiritual antenna. That is the universal source. So even though in your conscious mind and you're aware of everything that's like going on, the events that are taking place, the things that people are doing to you, great. Now, on the unconscious mind, you are also getting the downloads. You are having that nostalgic memory of going back and jumping them timelines with the past, the present, and the future. So you remember things in that past timeline, okay? In that past timeline, it is the hurt, the pain, the good, the bad, the ugly, right? In this present timeline, it's like you jump back into this timeline and unconsciously you're like, whoa, what is going on here? It's like I've got some type of knowledge, like I've done this before, or I have some type of knowledge, like I sense what's going to happen, or I sense the outcome. So then you sit there and you go, well, how do I know this? Okay, that's your intuition. That's your intuition. When you can be able to do that as an empath, okay? Now, an empath is a person who absorbs people's feelings and emotions. And there's different levels of empath, okay? The highest empath is a Hyoki. A Hyoki is one of the highest ranking empaths. But now let's get back to the deductive, the random, and the goal focused. Okay, so this is part of, how do I explain it? I'm going to explain it the best way that I can. So the deductive intuition comes from your unconscious mind. That is the pictures, the memory, your memory bank. Okay, that is where you have all the information that the universe presents to you from that past. And that is your memory, right? The unconscious of jumping back into that timeline is them past memories of how it made you feel, what has made it so that you can't do certain things in this timeline. Okay. And that's why a lot of people can't even jump to the future and predict or see the future because they don't have the psychic abilities to do that. The ones who have the psychic abilities can also jump the timeline backwards and create that deja vu. Okay. And when that deductive intuition comes from that unconscious mind, it's like you're taking the things right here, putting it right here, and something is driving you to say, hey, wait a minute. I know how, or there's something guiding me, telling me, oh, no, don't do that. Nope, go over here. Or you start physically feeling. You start physically feeling because spirit will come in and give your body sensations. They'll give your body feelings, okay? Whether it's the goosebumps, that is one of the best to know, you know. But when it comes to the random intuition, that comes from the universal mind. That is the light trance state, okay? And this It may sound gibberish to you for the ones who are not fully understanding it, but we are going to go deeper into this. And I'm going to teach you a state to be able to do certain things for yourself that you're going to see, whoa, that's cool. Because now I could jump timelines. Now I'm understanding how to do this. But the one that you won't be able to jump is from the present here and now to the timeline in the future. But I can show you what's going to happen in the future. It's just you got to be able to come into that. Okay? So this is where your universal mind starts going into this light trance state. And when it does that, it's like what I need you to do right now, soul family, is close your eyes. And I want you to take a deep piranha in, hold it for 4 seconds. And when I say let it out, I need you to let it out, but push it out for 6 seconds because I'm going to show you what we're talking about, the light trance state. Okay. So take your piranha in, let your apana out, push it from the belly, push that air out, push it out, push it out. Now do that 2 more times. Take it in, hold it for 4 seconds, release it for 6, and push all that. I want you to push it from that belly, push that air out. So you take your piranha in, push your apana out. One more time, your piranha in, and your apana out. Now you should feel this light trance, like it almost feels like kind of foggy. How do I explain it? It's like you feel kind of like, whoa, it's like calm, peace, right? And we're doing that now. What we're going to do is I'm going to have you close your eyes. And what I want you to do is I want you to envision this white beam of light coming in the top of your head. And it's coming in the top of your head and it is slowly coming down, touching your third eye, coming over your eyes, down your cheeks, down to your lips, past your ears, and it's that white light, that pure white light coming down your throat chakra, coming out, filling out your shoulders, coming all the way down your arms, and pushing that light out your fingertips, and coming back to your shoulders, and pushing that white light down into your heart space, your heart chakra, and keep pushing it down into your solar plex, and push that beautiful white light down into your sacral chakra. And as you have your eyes closed, you should start seeing the different shapes of triangles and diamonds and circles, and push it down into your root chakra, and keep that white light being pushed all the way down to your root chakra, all the way down your thighs, past your knees, down into your calves, come to your ankles, and push it out the end of your toes. And when you push it out the end of your toes, you should see a picture of the sun where it quick flashes with the sun. That's how you know you did it right, of bringing Father in you and cleansing out your body and balancing your chakras. Now, I want you to open your eyes. And does it feel like you have kind of like a fog? Does it feel like things are kind of like foggy, like, whoa, what happened? And do you feel much lighter within yourself? Because that's what you call the light trance. Now, what we just did is going to be very important as we go down the line, right? So, now the goal, that was the random intuition. Yes, lightheaded. That's what we want. because what you are right now is you are in this light trance. And so as we go through this exercise, you're going to be able to see how your intuition is used. Okay. So stay with that pure white light, feel that light as a feather, and just feel that trance. Now, this is goal focused intuition, and this works through all three minds. It works through the deductive, the random, and the goal focused, right? And this becomes more powerful. This is where you call the psychic trance, okay, where you're taking all three and combining, and it makes the mental makeup that determines your type of intuition, right? This is telling you your type of intuition. So now what I want you to do is close your eyes and put your tongue to the roof of your mouth and push up on it and take in that deep breath. Hold it for 4 seconds. And when you push it out, I want your tongue to push down on your bottom teeth like that and push it all out. And I want you to do that 3 times. So your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And release it where your tongue is pushing on the bottom of your teeth as you release it. Because what you are doing, you are now extending the throat chakra to come into that psychic trance, right? So do it again. Piranha in, Piranha out, and push all that air from your belly. You got to push it from your belly all the way out. And we're going to do it one more time. And as you are closing your eyes, you should see Mother Mary with a cloud standing in there. When we take this next deep breath with your eyes closed, you should see Mother Mary, and you should see a triangle that she's got her head right in the middle of the triangle. So take your piranha in, and a piranha out, your tongue to your teeth. Push it all the way out 6 times, push, push, push. Now, you should see she just extended her arms out, showing me the eagle is right next to her, showing her a different perspective. But you should see Mary Magdalene with a triangle right in front of her. And right below that, you should see the eagle with his wings wide open, soaring in the sky. Now I want you to slowly open your eyes, and you should have like a more heavier fog that you're feeling, right? You should have a more heaviness of that fog that you're feeling, right? So now you are now coming into that psychic trance. And people are like, oh, well, I can do that all the time. No, because what they're not understanding, what that does is depending on what one of the three types of intuition that you are, you're going to know what you need to do. But I just walked you through being the first steps of understanding so that we can determine who and who not. So, soul family, if when we did these 2 exercises for the light trance state and the psychic trance state, let me know, what did you actually see coming from your third eye, the universal source, the spiritual antenna? I'm going to give you a few minutes, or not a few minutes. I'm going to give you like an extra 10 seconds to be able to type it in there or whatnot. Tell me the first time and the second time, what did you see? Because that's going to let me know which one of the three you are. Okay. All right. That's good. That's good, sister. That is good, sugar. That's good. And that was on both of them that you seen it? Okay. Okay. On the second one. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. So you didn't see Mother Mary Magdalene, you saw the angel. Okay, so that tells me what intuition that you have, and we'll get into that. So now that I know what intuition you have, um, let me do this here. Okay. All right. So the thing is, the reason why I put that down is because as we get going in here, you're gonna learn what kind yours is out of the three, right? Okay, so now this is for the people who have that intuition accessible to them. Okay, some who are just coming into it, you may not see what you're supposed to see when you do them breathing exercises. Now, when I had you do them breathing exercises, to where at first we just took the deep breath in and pushed it out for the 6 seconds. So you hold it in for 4 seconds, push it out for six. Then we did the psychic trance, right? Where you put your tongue to the roof of your mouth and push on your front teeth, take that deep breath in, drop it to your bottom teeth, push it out for 6 seconds. And that, the stuff that it shows you is going to determine, right? So, wow. So we have what we call the internal stimuli and the internal stimuli. So we have the external and internal stimuli. When we have the external stimuli, it's like triggered by specific locations, items, etc., right? So that's where you're jumping into the past timeline, right? Because then past things are certain things that have been programmed and conditioned in you to trigger you. Okay. Now, when it comes to the internal stimuli, it's like you're triggered by your thoughts and the feelings that it gave you. So then you jump back into this timeline. And now it's like you're whether it's stinking thinking or it's happy thoughts or whatever you're feeling, it's like now you're bouncing back. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know why he did that. He was like, "Blah, blah, 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 blah." So the thing is my unique gift, I can have crossed over loved ones who actually change my voice and come through me and speak out to their loved ones. Okay. So, anyways, let's get back to the internal stimuli is this is where you're now triggered by your thoughts and your feelings, right? So with doing this, you didn't even know that you were jumping timelines. Okay. You didn't know you were jumping timelines, but now you do, right? So this is where these trances can happen throughout your day. You don't know how you're getting the messages. You don't know how you're knowing some of these things. You don't know how you're feeling a certain way to follow what your body is saying or to follow your instincts, right? It's like you just think you have this weird knowing of what's going on. Nuh-uh. That's your intuition. That's your intuition. That's an altered state of consciousness that you are not understanding, that you don't understand, that you are now feeling and experiencing, and you never could put the two together. This is where it comes critical to the certain decisions while you're in this state of the light trance or the psychic trance. Okay. Now, somebody who is not equipped for the psychic trance and wants to just jump in thinking that they can go ahead and do this, you now just got yourself in trouble spiritually. Because if you don't know what you're doing and you're doing it by yourself and you're jumping, trying to figure out, hey, I want to be the most powerful and I want this, and I want that. And you skip the one that you are and you think you're going to jump two time frames, two timelines, you just now created big trouble for yourself on a spiritual note, because the higher the levels, the higher the devils. And if you don't know how to ward off spiritual warfare, that is where people can become possessed. That's where you can have demonic attachments come to you so strongly that they now take over your body, right? You have to be careful of knowing. Yes, and I want you to be blessed and happy, sister, with lots of love, unconditional love, because you are worthy and deserving of it. And you know, you are a great asset. And anybody that is doing it wrong or treating you wrong, they're messing up. They're messing up, sweetheart, not you. You keep working on you, you keep doing good. And I guarantee you, everything's just going to fall in place. You're going to be like, whoa, that just interlocked so beautiful, right? It will happen. Trust and believe. Okay, so a lot of you may be triggered by the external, where some of you are like, okay, wait a minute. It's like, this feels like deja vu. It feels like I've done this before. Well, when you dig deeper into what I'm going to be teaching you here these next 5 days, you're going to understand it much better. So, the 3 different time phases that you jump, okay? Well, for you, it would be the 2 time phases, okay? But by the time we're done, you're going to be able to jump all 3 time phases and have a better understanding, right? So, the thing that we have to remember is when it comes to this, when you are in that altered state of focus, it is a very big highway to self-hypnosis. That self-hypnosis is like you being in the zone, right? It's like the only thing is you missed your destination, because if you are not set up for it, them negative energies are going to take you on a destination that you are not going to want. You are not going to want. Okay. Now, some of us, being the high ranking with Serapis Bay, the Serapiums, which is in the top of the pyramid, with the throne of our Father. Okay. Your conscious mind floods you every day with certain information, right? Some of you get overloaded or overstimulated by getting too much information, right? Well, that's exactly what can happen in the spiritual world. And you can physically make yourself sick. And this is why I am being told and taught to put out there to teach you the do's and don'ts as you start working and coming into it, because you need to make sure that you are not jumping into a timeline dimension that you cannot come out of, that altered state of mind never comes back to the conscious mind. And that's where you have to be careful, because we have the conscious, the subconscious, and the unconscious. and it goes in like that. So, mm, okay. So I'm also, when you are becoming into that altered state of focus, it's like having that state of focus and that altered state of focus, you have to master that. You have to know what is up, what you're doing, right? Because how many of you, how many of you have thought about somebody, and the moment you have been thinking about them, hold on, the moment that you sit there and you thought about them and you thought about them, and then maybe an hour, maybe 3 hours, or at least within that day, they reached out and contacted you, right? That's a state of focus. That is a state of focus. And it's like they will call you up and say, hey, I was just calling to see what you were doing. I was thinking about you. That's because you use that state of focus, setting your intentions and putting that state of focus in there. Now you just took that information from the conscious to the unconscious, the universal source, the third eye, the spiritual gland, or spiritual gland. Okay, we're not talking about that right now. Stop it. Stop jumping. The pineal gland that it was calcified, we now have to uncalcify it. Okay? So, wow. I don't know why I just heard this. Okay, so somebody is like, I feel like I'm at a standstill. I feel like my friendships are, my marriage, I'm sitting here waiting for divine timing. And you want me to connect to my third eye when I got all this going on? Dennis over here is like, tell them they need to pray to God. They need to pray to God. Everything's going to be okay. He says, don't worry. All is well. All is okay. He goes like this. There's no need to worry. Just slow down. Wow. So Dennis is saying that, thank you, beautiful. Thank you. So are you. So are you. You are a very extraordinary, unique soul being. And I love you very much. And I want to make sure that everybody comes to their better self. Now, Dennis was just telling me that you need to tell them about some of us spirits, how, yes, some of us are on that darker side. Some of us come to your intuition, okay? It's like he says, stop and think, because how many of you can say it at some point out of nowhere, you maybe smelled bleach out of nowhere, but nowhere near you has there been any bleach. How many of you can say that? How many of you can say that you smelled perfume? Okay, because each of them smells have a different meaning attached to the spirit of the presence. Okay, yes. So if you have smelled bleach, just know that that is not a not so nice spirit. Okay, that is a not so nice spirit, because they are trying to cleanse themselves. They are trying to do things better so that they can be on that more communicative, okay? Because their communication has been blocked. Now, if you smell the perfume of a spirit or a perfume of the loved one, just know that that is a good spirit coming through. And it's showering that unconditional love and wants you to know that their presence is known, that they're there. Automatically, what does that do? That triggers your external and internal stimuli, right? When it comes to it, it also triggers your deductive, your random, and your goal focused, right? Everything is interconnected. Everything is interconnected. And what Father is talking about is each step we're going to know more and more, because he said he gave me the authority and the authorization to be able to teach you things that are not known out in the world. And a lot of people are like, well, this has probably been out in the world, blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. Go look for it. But the things that are coming up, I can guarantee you, Father said no. He said no, because people can't even understand it in the Bible. That is why they took it out of the Bible. That's why there's verses missing from the Bible, because they didn't want the truth to be spoken. They didn't want the realization of what is going on and that interconnection, right? Yeah, it's all going to come out. It's all going to come out. So, like I said, in order for you to understand, I had to break it down. And this is where a lot of people get offended. So when they say, "Oh, I'm very intuitive," or "I'm psychic," I'll say, "Which one?" And they're just like, "What you mean, which one? I was gifted this at birth." I understand that. But which one? There's 3 different ones. And when I ask somebody that, it is not disrespecting them. On a spiritual level, if this is true, why do you not know your placement? Because here's the thing. Sometimes people overstimulate themselves by what they see. And this all goes back to where you're not jumping time phases, but this all goes back to where we're talking about where to go. The location, the images. Okay. So this is the unconscious mind of where the memories are stored, because now these people have watched certain videos and certain things, and they think because they watched it, now they classify themselves as that. But on a spiritual level, if you don't know these things, that means you're not fully awakened. You are at the baseline, the baseline. And this is where we need everybody to be up on that top tier, on that top tier. Okay. So anybody who is disagreeing to disagree, okay, fine. But this is what Father is coming in to say. It's like he needs his children of the love and light who honor and worship the one and only Master to step into their true power. You are a very gifted being. Okay. So now let's get some messages here, and then we will see. Yeah, I told you. Look who is trying to step in. Okay. He is trying to step in to stop things. He's trying to freeze up this video. And I say, get the HE double hockey sticks out of here, because you know what? Your kind ain't needed. He is not needed. Okay. He is nothing. He is nothing. And every time you see him, every time you feel that sadness, every time you feel that hurt and pain, I want you to take and go like this. Imagine that he's sitting right here on your shoulder, whispering in your left ear, creating havoc in your life, putting you in that stinking thinking. I want you to take your finger and just go and flick him off your shoulder, because that is not tolerated here. That is not going to happen. He's not going to come in here and try to block the messages for my soul family. He's not going to interrupt me, because I'll take him by his horns and I will spin him like a helicopter and watch him fly, because he's going to fly right into Father's hands, and then Father is going to take on and finish the job. Thing is, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So what do we need to know, Father? What do we need to know for this beautiful message that came out as the start of this deeper teaching, the deeper knowing? And it's like being able to pull in the other, the multi-dimensional realms. You're going to see how unique, how extraordinary, how the phenomenal beings that are by you every single day, but you don't see it. You spiritually, you don't see it. Okay. We're going to show you how to step into your power. We're going to create that best version of yourself. And happiness is contagious. So we're going to do the happy dance, because this guy that wants to keep coming out, and I've shuffled this 4 times, he wants to keep showing face. We're just going to go, beep. Deuces, baby. Go make your nest somewhere else in somebody else's chest, because you ain't going to hold us back, right? You ain't going to stop us. We got divine blessings coming. That's right. And I'm seeing 444, which is that spiritual awakening, which is the Ascended Masters coming in and saying, even though they tried to stunt your growth, guess what? The enlightenment is pushing you forward to your destination, your true destination. You are not meant to be on this earth to be stuck and stagnant, to not have nothing. Okay? You are here to be successful. You are here to step in your power, and we're going to do it. All in favor, say I. I. I'm going to say, oops, come on. There we go. I. That's right. Me. You know, it's all about standing and not folding. Okay? Do not fold when the pressure gets hard. Do not let people pull you out of your character. Do not let them pull you off your path, because then they're trying to stop you, like the devil's doing right now, how it's going freeze, freeze, freeze. All of that, all the ones that I just put up, that is pure growth. Okay? That's the angel mastery number for pure growth. That is the unconditional love. Yes, yes, absolutely. All right, let's see. What do we have? We have, Father, what is in the headspace? What is in the headspace? Thank you. What is in the heart space? Ooh, baby. And what is in the soul that we need to know, Father? Give it to us. Give it to us. What is in the soul? Yeah. Now we know what is trying to enter that soul. Okay? Stand in your power and let that inspiration and that creativity guide you forward with that unconditional love, because you are extraordinary. You are unique, and opening up to you, it's like before the paint can even hit the canvas and dry, you're already on to the next level of what you were meant to do, right? It's like Father says, it's celebration. Okay, so what do we have here in our headspace? We have progress. We are getting the foresight. We are getting the information. Father has dropped us off to the royal knowledge, given us the platinum key. And it's up to us to stay deeply rooted and grounded so that we can have the fruits of our labor, right? Because this is a divine intervention. This is something that Father said, I could take water and make wine. The thing is, when you know in your conscious and your unconscious and your subconscious, you are using your universal source, which is the third eye, which is the pineal gland. Okay. We are decalcifying and you coming back into the nostalgia of who you are. This is that progress. It's like taking them first steps. It's like, woo, we're on an adventure, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle your seatbelts. Here we go. time to take that beautiful walk. Okay. This is an adventure. A father said, oh, it's going to be inspirational. It's going to show you the best version of you. It's going to show you how to change your life, to not have to sit here and jump to that back timeline, okay, that time phase of that past, to where consciously now you're internally and externally overstimulating yourself. No, we don't want that. What we want is in our heart. It says we're going to put the hard work in with our Father, because birds of a feather flock together, okay, and they come better. They come better in bigger numbers, right? So when we come with our soul family and we're helping everybody, look at how angelic that is. When you know you can turn your back and your angelic team is there protecting you in everything that you do every single day. Isn't that a blessed feeling to know that you are very protected? Yes, your heart knows it. Your heart knows it because Father shows it, right? So, what do we have in the soul? What do we have in the soul? Okay, some of you have a very opinionated personality. Okay, some of you are being very opinionated and very hasty to other people, and some of you are trying to persevere forward and break down these barriers, but the competition is getting so hard that it's pulling you back into that toxicity, and you don't want that, because that's not going to give you freedom. That's only going to give you a mental and emotional discord. It's not going to happen. So we need you to be able to see the mountain. Okay, don't turn your back on our Father. Don't do it. He is the man of miracles. He's the man of blessings. Don't turn your back on that sacred mountain. Strategically, it doesn't matter how deep the jungle may be getting up that mountain. We're going to get there. I'm going to help you get to where you need to on that soul level. Okay? So what else do we need to know for the Two of Wands about that progress and discovery, Father? What do we need to know? What is coming up with that? Oh, yeah. Just know, Father is saying, by taking that leap of faith and stepping into your true power, the judgment is here. He is the one anointing you to have that healing, have that greater understanding. Stop monkeying around. It's time to take that motion, take that step. It's like when you first start to walk, okay? You had to crawl before you could walk, right? And now you can walk. And as you get older, you're going to end up crawling again, right? Or going to end up in a wheelchair. No. You can manifest your intentions to make it that you will not have to go through that. I am a testimony of that. I have been fighting this cancer situation. Everybody wonders how these non-curable cancers, I can come through it. And why is that? Because Father cast a judgment on that. He says, I ain't monkeying around. I need her to wake up my other children, to take them steps, to make that progress, to have that discovery, to become strong, to become victorious, to be that warrior. And that's what he wants you to do. There is no monkeying around. He is putting that anointment on you, telling you you are blessed, you are victorious, you are protected. And it's time to stand up. It's time to stop letting these people get in your head and give you that stinking thinking. It is time to work a little harder. Okay. And if you were doing all of it and they pulled you backwards, okay, Father said they may have pulled you backwards, but don't turn your backside to me. You need to turn your backside to the ones who are doing it to you. Because if they are constantly creating this negativity in your life, that means Father says it's time to let go and let God have them, because they're not willing to change. They're not willing to put in the hard work. Where you right here, you're willing to step forward. You're willing to say, guess what? I'm making this change. I'm doing it. And Father says, if they don't want to do it, that's all fine. But just know that the slander that they're doing is a sin. And so is their cousin gossip, because gossip and gossiping about you, tearing you down, body shaming you. Oh, ho, ho. Honey, let me tell you, they say judgment for a reason. Father's going to show them. But as long as you keep healing yourself, you're going to be going through doorways, unexpected doorways that you never thought you'd see coming. You never thought a day in your life that you would be able to walk through this secret door. But Father says, you watch, keep taking them steps forward. Stay calm, stay collective. Do not, do not let them pull you out of character, because Father did not make you to be that ruthless, disrespectful, name calling, hurtful person, did he? That's why it bothers you so much, because your emotions run so deep, because he made you a very humble, caring, kind, loyal, faithful, committed, dedicated, and devoted person. And that's because he put a lot of extra hard work into you to co-create that beautiful person that you are. And now it's time to stand up. Now it's time to shine who you are. Now it's time to showcase who you are, because Father put you on a pedestal when he co-created you. You can't let somebody pull you backwards. You can't let them think that there's any type of competition, because there is no competition. They are in competition with themselves. Let them fight their own battles. Let them fight everything that they need to do. Because you can't pull somebody forward that the master teacher says, oh no, that person don't get to come up my sacred mountain. No, the sins they committed, the hurt that they casted upon somebody, that evil doings that they did, no, they have to answer to me on judgment day. You keep persevering forward. Don't sit there and think it's a competition of who can be hurting more, who can be saying more. Father says that needs to stop. You have come too hard to let them turn you into this toxic, negative person who holds you down in sadness because of that toxicity. It's like you no longer deal with balancing out your emotions from your mind and your heart to balance them as a wholeness. What you're doing is you gave them the freedom to be that opinionated, hasty person to you, instead of putting your foot down and say, listen, you ain't going to treat me like a rug. You're not going to wipe your feet on me. When you want something, you treat me good. When you don't, you treat me ugly. No, no, that's not the way it's going to be. Father told me, take that leap of faith. Take that leap of faith, because he is showering you with that divine guidance. He is showering you with them platinum keys. Now, to get a platinum key from our Father, of them 10 golden keys of abundance, that's major. That's major. That means that he sees that you have tried over and over and over again, and that benevolence just did not stop. You kept persevering forward. But then, this opinionated, hasty person got the best, made a nest inside your chest, and you started monkeying around and going backwards. Backwards. Yes, yes, sugar. Yep, this is for you too, sweetheart. Yep, I love you, girl. But you cannot let people do that to you. When you give them power over your life, it puts your life on hold. It puts your life on hold. And it has you turn your back on our Father. And it takes you back into a person that you cannot stand. You cannot stand somebody doing that to you. And now they have you right where they want you to be doing this. You repay them in kindness. You repay them in love. You repay them in silence. Because when you do that, they can say what they want. They can do what they want. But when you give it no energy, when you do not respond to their negativity, and all you can say is, I love you, I wish you well, I'm not going to do this, and say nothing more. And every time that they come at you and start jumping at you, turn your back on them. Turn your back on them. Instead of turning your back on the sacred mountain with Father, turn your back on them. That's how you get closer to God. That's how you stand in your power. Is you be able to know the difference of when this person does it. It doesn't mean you have to stop loving the person, but you have to love yourself way more because Father resides within you. You have to love yourself way more in order to stop this person from having that type of control over your life. Because when they do, what happens? You start noticing all the things around you are not going as smoothly as they used to be. It's because backsliding, you get your consequences. And Father says, well, I can't keep rewarding you if you're going to go back to this. He says, I will forgive you. I will forgive you. But when you say, I'm sorry, Father, and you repent, that sorry means that you need to stand, you need to observe, you need to stand in that righteousness of understanding that you are now taking accountability and you are going to make that change. You're not going to let this person have power over you. What else do we need to know, Father? This is beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, look. Look, it just keeps coming and coming and coming and coming and coming. Because I'm going to tell you, Father says, the stronger you become, the more you believe. Because when you trust and believe in miracles and you want miracles to happen by you doing that work, your miracles will come every day. And when they start coming every day, it's not going to be a miracle to you because you know you're doing the hard work, right? Because Father says, you have to love yourself. You have to love thy Father. And in order for you to love somebody else, love conquers all. Somebody who truly loves you is not going to treat you less than. They're not going to devalue you. They're not going to treat you like you're worthless. Okay? Father says, no. The reason why they do it is because they see your purpose. They know that once you balance yourself out and you stand in the righteousness with Father, oh, they know they better step up or they're going to be stepping out because Father says, you ain't two-stepping with us, right? Because we're willing to go through the battle. We're willing to take that motion. We trust and believe in our Father that He is bringing us to our destiny with the right partnerships, to the right people. Okay? So Father says, what we thought was best for us is not the case. But instead of being that opinionated, hasty person, He says, I'm having you work a little harder on you to be prepared for your victory, because when that victory comes, you need to take that step. Okay? Because He ain't going to monkey around. You only get one golden opportunity. When Father blesses you with something that significant, you only get one golden opportunity and you got to do it right. That's why He gave you the platinum key. Okay? Because that golden opportunity, inside that golden opportunity, there is a platinum lock that you will have the keys for that become your treasure, your gift. Okay, what else do we need to know, Father? What else do we need to know, please? What about the Seven of Wands? Yes, baby. Yeah, Seven of Wands. So if they want to put you in some type of competition, if they want to make you feel like you're having to compete for affection, attention, love, and everything else, oh, no. Father says, walk away. Walk away. Because it's going to illuminate the way that they're treating you. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve to have to do that. Because energetically, they're going to be curious of why are they coming at me anymore? Why are they not shooting back at me like I was shooting to them? And that's because Father said, guess what? She's got the flow of abundance. I picked her up on the rock. I put her up on the rock. I protected her. I saved her. Okay. And take the energy how it resonates. But that's what I'm getting right now. It's like there is no competition. Love is not a competition. That's where the choice comes in. So you need to walk away from things that are no longer serving you. You need to realize no matter how bad it hurts our soul, our heart chakra, okay? Father knows what's best for us. And when he's telling you, get ready, because you're going to be walking away from this person, he says, I mean it. I mean it. It's happening. He's preparing you because you see how this looks like a tunnel. Okay. You have the pillars of strength from the spiritual of our Father and his helpers and his messengers. But it's like anybody else that would see this, it's like, oh, the desert, it's a cold and dry place and there's nothing really there, it's kind of blah, nothing grows. Okay. People get scared. But when you see the envisioning, Father is bringing you to that illumination of that greater self of you. That's that best version of you. He is illuminated and he's like, now you need to step into your power. Now you need to step in to who he had called you to be. Because that's where the hard work comes in. That's where the change comes. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, sister. Yes. Thank you, Lord Jesus Christ. Hallelujah. Because you know what? He's doing it. And look, I'm telling you, it just doesn't stop. Because he says, put a completion to people, places, and things that do not want to treat you out of love, out of kindness, out of compassion, caring, understanding, because love conquers all. And in this world, we have to make that change. And he's communicating this to us so that we can be in this comfort zone of giving and receiving and understanding the messages. That's why he, the most powerful sacred mountain of all, okay, he is saying he wants you to step into your true spiritual gifts and the other gifts that he has for you. He is no longer putting up with you feeling defeated, you feeling these losses, you being hurt, used, mistreated, physically, mentally, emotionally, and sexually abused, all this deception and betrayal behind your back, playing sneaky Pete. That doesn't play. That game's over. That game's over. Father is saying, look, the real king and queen are going to step up and they're going to have a new beginning and things are going to start flowing for them beautifully when they get back to doing and emotionally balancing their emotions and having passion like you did before, because you let this opinionated, hasty, lying, conniving, deceptive, trailblazing, heartbreaking, nest making person that you love, okay? You let them mess you on an emotional level. You let them mess with you on an emotional level. You allowed them to be deceptive, okay? Because you need to set them healthy boundaries and you need to stick to it. Okay, you need to stick to it. It's like that rubber cement, whatever you say bounces off to me and sticks to you. Yeah, because the nasty things that they're doing is going to come back to them. You don't want that bad karma. You want that good karma for that new beginning and to have new people on your destiny who truly care about battling through this with you, loving you unconditionally, and trusting and believing in you to come into your full divine purpose, balanced, happy, okay? Coming in and to be able to love yourself so much that you trust and believe in yourself and become stronger each and every day. So Father is saying, don't let this person do this to you. Okay. And I'm hearing it's not just a lover. It's not just a friend. It's family too. Okay. And trust and believe that your family members can be karmic family members. They are not meant to be there with you to where you're going. Just know, you know, family is very important, but Father said it has to be true family, true love in order to be abundant. And look at, told you, sugar. I told you, sweetheart, you're going to get everything that you asked for, because you know what? This is being able to manifest your happiness, your abundance, your success. And this is building your enterprise. This is that job that is going to bring and make you successful. So Father just clarified it right there, exactly what I said. You will get it. And he came through and he showed it. Family, all of you will have this. It is guaranteed. It is written in your destiny right here. It is written in your destiny. Well, hello, hello. It is written in your destiny. Father said, you will have all of this because these are your goals, your dreams, your desires, right? It's like if somebody wants to come in and be deceptive, want to lie, okay, just look them dead in the eyes and say, I forgive you. I wish you well, and walk away. Because the thing is you do not feed into this. Because what you're doing by feeding into this hasty person, look, you're creating a bigger monster who does not want to change. And is pulling you out of character and taking you out of range for your blessings. That can't happen no more. We can't do that, soul family. I am on a mission. I am full of ambition, and I will make sure that my soul family rises up to who they truly are, stand in their power, love themselves, love the soul family, love our Father, and take them leaps. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to take that leap, because you know what? That edge may look daunting. That edge may look like there is a huge drop off that you don't know what's going to happen, but I guarantee you, the mermaid spiritual realm will make sure that you gracefully go in and come right back up. You will never be held down when you let love be that guiding force, when you let your heart chakra be that guiding force, because true unconditional love conquers anything. It conquers all darkness, because love and light coincide, and it will illuminate everything. And when I say it conquers all, yeah, it even conquers your fears, your hurts, your pains. It brings in happiness and creates the memories. It's like, don't be afraid to take that leap of faith and get back to where you need to be. Okay? Can't do it. Anybody that wants to do this to you, you need to set that boundary and you need to enforce it. You need to enforce it physically. Where to go? Because there is no competition. You take that sledgehammer and you pound that stake in for that boundary, and you make sure that they respect you. Don't let them take you for granted. You are too precious to be taken for granted for them to sit here and play these sneaky little games, the little lies, that immature healing that they don't want to do. They don't want to face their demons from their past hurt. And it's not me cutting them down, it's speaking the truth. It's like, if you don't want to do the work, okay, we wish you well. We'll let you ride over here off into the sunset, because you're going to let go of the ones who love themselves and their new beginning. But you're going to have to go, boom, now you're out of the picture, okay? But we're going to keep loving ourselves. And Father's going to bring all the beautiful blessings to us, right? He says, look, you'll be able to manifest anything you want. You can build any enterprise you want. You're destined to have everything and the greatness and success. Why? Because he's bringing in the right partnerships that are going to get you exactly where you need to be and where you want to be with your goals, wishes, dreams, and desires, right? He's like, but you have to be willing to battle through. You have to be willing to take that motion, and you cannot give up. Because when you when you give up and you give in and you let him win, ooh, energetically, it takes your flow and gives it a go, and you actually will have an impasse in there, and things won't flow as easy. Things are going to be much harder. So it's time to come together and work together, soul family. We got this. We are unstoppable, unshakable, and unbreakable. We are going to come into that higher self for you. I'm going to teach you the skills like I did at the beginning of this video for you to be able to step into your true power. Because you know what? It's like they want you to fear them right now. But the matter is, deep down, they fear your divine light. And that's nothing to boast or brag about. The fact is they see that you're changing. They see your aura is changing. They see that you're glowing, you're flowing, and you're independently owned and operated because you are owned and operated by Father who stands inside you. Don't let him do it to you. We're taking a stance. We're saying, it's not going to happen. Not on my watch. Oh, wait, I don't got a watch. I said that earlier too. I'm going to have to buy me a watch. No, I don't want to know what time it is. There you go, sister. That is sister power. Knuckles, boom, high five, boom, mwah, kisses, hugs to all of you. I greatly appreciate Luana, Sugar, Paula, Uday, all of you. Okay, because a lot of people don't want to hear it. They're like, I don't want to hear this, but you need to know all the ins and outs because that knowledge gives you that cloak of wisdom. So any situation that comes up, it's like you don't have to stop and think twice. It's like all of a sudden just boom, boom, boom. It's like the domino effects. Everything just falls in place. And you're sitting there going, I feel so much better. I feel so much greater. It's like, yay. It's like, yay. Or let's do the little dance. I used to be able to do that. Now, right. And when I used to do gymnastics, I used to be able to do it. But now, nah. That's right. And I greatly appreciate that, sister, because you and Luana and Uday and everybody else that is here and has been here supporting me, I greatly appreciate that strength, that courage, and that determination because you guys all have stuck by me to get the messages. It shows the hard work that you are doing. And let me tell you, when I say Father is coming in and he is going to bless you abundantly, you need to expect the unexpected. I mean it. And Dennis goes, yeah, you better listen. He's like, yeah, He is a hoot because he's like, yep, He's like over here nodding his head like, and then he comes up and he's like, hey, I just want to let you know, I wish somebody would have been like this to me when I was here on the physical earth. He's like, and don't forget to tell them about the earthbound. Okay. Again, thank you, Dennis, because the earthbound is spirits who have passed away in certain places, okay, whether it's home, whether it's the hospital, wherever it may be, they become earthbound because they have put their whole life and effort into co-creating what they have. And that comes back to the internal and external stimuli, right? It's like they're locked in of where they were. And the only way is to wake up their soul family and have that direct communication, to feel their presence, to speak with them. It releases them from being earthbound so that they can be able to soar to new high levels where Father is taking them. Yes, thank you so much because yes, Dennis is amazing. This man, I don't even know whose family he belongs to. Oh, okay. That saddens my heart. But okay, so Dennis just said that he grew up in and out. Okay. He didn't feel loved. He didn't feel loved and he was pretty much a loner. Okay. So, well, just know you're welcome here with us. And when I say he's welcome here with us, he is. And people are like, "Oh, how could you be talking to him?" Well, he's willing to come through and show you he's here, but I had to say no to him being able to come through and physically showing you his face through my face. It scares a lot of people, but someday we will get there for you, so family, where you can see that happen. It's amazing. It's amazing because when that happens, the ones who have been hurting from the people that they are missing, um, here on the physical 3D, when that happens and you're able to give that hug, it's like you coming back into that nostalgia of when you were being able to physically hug them. And I'm telling you, their communication is real. This is why my biological mother thought I was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. This is why she wanted to lock me away. But the thing is it's the spiritual gift. It's no joke. And when he makes his name present, he said, to let you know that it is him. He said, these next 2 days, you're going to be seeing the name Dennis wherever you go. He said he's going to make sure that he lets you know that he is here with us. And you will see the name Dennis pop up just periodically throughout your day. He's going to show you that he is here. So that is beautiful. Thank you, Dennis. We greatly appreciate you. And you are welcome here anytime. Okay. Because if you don't have family, we are now your family. And our soul family here, as you can tell, as you can see them, they're all in their places and everything else. But I can tell you, they will love you unconditionally too. So I greatly appreciate all of you, sending lots of love and light to all of you. And just know that kind of keep an eye out because I'm going to ask tomorrow night at our 7 o'clock. He said for the next 2 days. Yes, you're so welcome, sweetheart. I love you, sisters. Love you, brothers. I love all my soul family. But just know that he is going to make it known to you and you're going to see his name, Dennis, for the next 2 days. He says, trust and believe. That's why he said the 2 days. He goes, trust and believe. So, all right. Well, God bless you all. May all your wishes, goals, dreams, and desires come true, which I know they are because it was confirmed in this reading tonight. Anybody new to the channel, welcome, soul family. If you're afraid to step in and put in the comments, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and that little notification bell so that you can join our family every night. And when you gather the confidence and the strength to be able to step forward, we would greatly like to appreciate you and welcome you to the family and know that you are welcome anytime. So the offer is there to engage with our beautiful soul family. Just know we don't put up with any toxicity. We don't put up with any disrespect. We don't put up with anybody treating any of our soul family members in any negative way. Okay. We rebuke and banish any type of negativity put onto our soul family and to the people in the world. But the thing is I am powerful enough. I can rebuke and banish that. And that's one thing I will not come in and allow people to do. You will not come in here. You will not ridicule, belittle, or make my soul family feel in any way, certain way. Okay. If you're not bringing in that cup of positivity and enjoying it with us, then just know that this channel is not for you. Okay. And I'm only telling you that because I am 100% upfront. I'm blunt and to the point. A lot of people underestimate me. A lot of people don't believe my gifts and abilities. But when I actually work with you, you will see your life transform. And I'm just saying this because I will not allow anybody here in the comments to make my soul family feel in any way, shape, or form that they are less than, because all of you are unique and beautiful. And I will stand my ground to make sure that all my soul family and everybody that comes in as our soul family that God brings in, because He's the man of power, He knows that I will protect them physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Okay, I got them covered. I have their back. Trust and believe that. So, yes. Thank you, sister. I got your backs too. Yes, absolutely. I will defend you every step of the way. But I don't want anybody thinking they can come in and create waves, you know, in this channel, because this is love and light. This is true learning. This is the channel to get the messages, get the deeper learning, get the puzzle pieces that can like be put together so that we can all rise above and be where Father wants us to be for when that new kingdom and new paradise comes. That's what we need. That's what we desire. That is that closeness that we want. Yep, the only thing that you missed, sister, is me going off and just letting anybody know who may be a cross watcher that is watching. If they have any type of ill intent to my soul family, or to anybody who is watching, I told them that they are free to engage, and we will welcome into the soul family. But I will not tolerate any type of disrespect, any belittling, or anything. I got your backs, and I'm not going to let anything happen because, like I said, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, I got your back. I got your back. You're covered, you're protected in the blood of Jesus, and ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Not on my watch, not on Father's watch. And we share the same time frame in communication. So I love you all. God bless you. Good night, good day. I hope you day must be out doing something, because I didn't I seen you day in here, and then all of a sudden, so hopefully you day you are doing well. We love you. There you are. There you are. Good to see you, sweetheart. I know you just woke up, so I won't razzle anything, but yes. Just know that we love you. Love all of our soul family. Big hugs. God bless you, and have a good day. Have a good night. Yeah. And now it's time to boogie down, and I will see you tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, to do our beautiful readings and start the day with new energy, right? So make sure that tonight you surrender everything that happened today. Let it out, scream it out, push it out, sing it out, whatever you got to do. But make sure you release that tonight. So tomorrow, that new day, new dawn, and we've got much more. Okay, sweetheart. All right. That sounds great, you day. And we look forward to see you in the morning. Sorry if I'm being too loud, because I know you said it's early in the morning for you and you just woke up. So, I appreciate you. I appreciate all of my soul family. You day, Sugar, Luana, Paula, all of them. Lakia, Glory. Let's see, I'm trying to think who else is in here. Tatiana. Yeah, there's Autumn Rose. I haven't seen Autumn Rose lately, so hopefully she's doing well. Yes. All right. I love you all. Good night. Peace. And I'll see you in the morning. And I'll be like, ta-da! Your buddy Sunshine, your cup of positivity is in. Okay. So I will let you know. Yes. And Misty, thank you, Uday. Thank you. Yes. Because I didn't forget her the last video. So thank you. I love you too. And like I said, we'll bring that new cup of positivity in and let the day start out with positive thoughts only, right? Yes. And we love you, Misty. Hope you are doing well. Hope everything's going good for you. Hopefully you got to find out the gender of the grandbaby. Congratulations. We love you. Hugs. We miss you. And we'll see you soon. Absolutely. All right. Mwah. Good night. Good day. Peace.